All right, I think we might be in a better situation today. We got a new view looking dope. And of course, this one, the most important thing is if audio is doing what it's supposed to do. So as you roll through, let me know, can you hear me? Can you see me? And if you can, where the heck are you watching from? And why is this what you're doing right now? I'm going to try to not let the stream die today. That's definitely what happened yesterday. But I think we're going to be good for just a minute. So, what's up, Sheldon? What's up, Kareem? So far away. Here. Now you're right up in my face. So cool. I am glad everything is coming together. So I've got a little thing to show you. I've got a customer with a GTR. Imagine that. But he's actually been waiting for me to finish up a set of front stage 2 side markers. That just means I paint them black. They have switchback. And so I finished up one of them for one customer because he wrecked his car, like the front end of his car, and he only needed one. And then this other guy was waiting for the same thing, and he needed it to be done for both sides. And so I told him, hey, why don't we just try to do the switchback sequential, and you can be the first one to have that. So without further ado, I'm going to dive back in and say what's up to everybody that's popping in. Let me know where you're watching from. But I will show this angle, which I'm pumped about. I got the DSLR in here, and then I've got this angle. So as you can see, I've got these parts chilling right now, and you've got two completely different color profiles. So you've got basically like a 4000K white, and then you've got a maybe 5500. So yeah, so I'm gonna try to not let the computer die. Let's see, we got 96% battery life. Yesterday I was sitting in here, and this computer is plugged in right here at the corner. So down there at the bottom, it was apparently plugged into the wall, but not to the computer. That sucked. So we'll see somebody watching from New Jersey. We got Charleston. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what we got. All right, so we've got Texas in the house. Let's see. So just what's up, everybody? Robert, Sean, Exemplar. What up, Exemplar? What up, Psych Design? You've been here all week. What's up, Joe? Kareem again, what's up? Dustin, Neo, Matthews. I said hi to Sheldon. Sinister Retro Works, what up? Daniel, what's cracking? Connor, you bought my lunch today. I love you, sir. It was wonderful. Check it out. Carl Jr. Don't you think I need to drink beer on these? God, that would be so good. Why don't I have a beer sponsor? There's a place up the street that just opened up, and I don't know. I'm going to try to have them. I'm going to try to help them with social media, have them hook me up with some beer to drink it on my live streams. That'll be good. So let's get back to that overhead view. So let me show you this. I changed some settings on the camera, so it should be a little bit wider view, but it's not going to be able to take in the intensity of that. Actually, let's see. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that ain't going to work either. It looks damn good, though. All right, so we're going to jump into the sequential versus static view. All right, here we go. It's going to happen right meow. What do you think? This is basically the same exact install, but one of them's sequential and the other one is not. Actually, let's try to just switch the view first and see how this looks. I'll even move this one further away. What do you think, guys? What do you like better for you? Again with the overhead. Oh God. Do you like the sequential or the brighter output? Looks like it's actually, they're very, very similar when I'm looking at them right here in person. Almost the same. Now I will say the GTR headlights factory have more of a 4000K hue than they do a 6000K. So that definitely might might impact the overall OEM-ness look of it on the car. Oh, yeah, I was going to use my phone. I guess I don't even need that this time. That's pretty cool. So I had that. I had some other stuff to show you. But before anything else, how about if you guys have messed with either of these things? This is from Profile. So this is a Profile pivot strip, which just means it's switchback. You've got Profile Prism, which is going to be your RGB setup. And then this is your new Profile Pivot Sequential. So if you're interested in those, that's how they look. Both of them are instant on. And if you saw, I'm like tapping this with my fingers, so it's not like it messed up or anything. But if you wait too long in between the things, it'll just pop back to white before you get a chance to do anything. So that's that. I wanted to show you that. And, you know, I guess, again, this is a sequential option that is for somebody who doesn't want to sit and program everything in. It's got 4 wires. I'll show you the module real quick. I'm guessing it's going to be out of focus. But here's the strip. I showed you this the other day. Am I out of focus? Yeah, a little bit. Whatever. But here is the module. So we've got 4 wires going into it. We've got supplied power and ground. And then from there, you've just got the white wire for running light and your amber wire for turn signal. And the strip looks identical. Ooh, let me show you something else too. I should have brought them in, but I didn't. This is what we did today. Let me show you. Oh, buddy. That's what I was looking for. That bench. So, I went through today, me and Kristen went through, and we're just basically emptying out bags after bag after bag, boxing up all the different new LED bulbs. And if you haven't seen them up close, they look pretty good. Oh, you know what I realized too when I'm doing these videos is when I open stuff, it is so loud. I apologize for that. Do it over here. Ooh. So yeah, that's the bulb if you can see it nice up and close. I'm going to throw some of these on my car. I threw some on my wife's Kia last night, and they came out dope. So, I'm super excited about it. But what do you guys like more? The sequential switchback or just the regular switchback? I'm guessing you're kind of into the sequential. I've got another sequential thing here to show you. And it's interesting because when I built these lights, I did them with normal resistors, meaning not flat SMD resistors. And I did a set on the Genesis Coupe, and it was cool. But the, oh, let's see, Sean Thompson says, are those bulbs still last fit? Packaging is different. Those are FlyRyde bulbs now. So I will continue to carry the last fit, low beams, fog lights, stuff like that. But what it's going to become is FlyRyde.com will have basically only the navigation will only take you to the bulbs. So good, I'm glad you like the sequential, Odin. But yeah, so oh, check this out too. I should have done this before. It's posted to Twitter, I guess, you know. I guess the live streams, that's how you do it. I can see I got 26 of you guys watching. I'm using, can you see this? Let's see if I can move this over. So, but yeah, we're going to be just doing tons of bulbs. So check out this little dope, awesome piece of gadgetry. So that shows you what is happening here. This is called a Stream Deck. And so if I push this button, hey, it goes back to the bulbs. When I go to the shop, or when I go to the MacBook, woo, pretty dope. So I can tell you guys, go follow me on Instagram. Let's see if it worked. Oh yeah, it did. So just something I'm working on for when I start doing the Twitch streams, and I'm practicing here, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, Sean, so those bulbs are going to be, you know, just the main kind of like, the dimmer has crazy electrical amount of noise. Which is that? What's the dimmer? Anyway, though, the bulbs is going to be what I'm definitely focusing on big time from now on. So let me kill this computer so it stops hissing at you. So Matt Hall just asked, when am I going to start the online course? So Sean is actually in that online course, and Sean can tell you that that course, the way that I set it up originally, man, it's crazy how different it is now, having gone through multiple different stages of learning just that software and everything else. And basically the shorter answer is like everything new is in that course. It hasn't even been like shown to the guys that have been in there for all this time. So a lot of what I'm adding to it right now, I'm actually doing it in real time. So I'm bringing people into this free course, building that whole part of it out, and then that chunk is just going to go right into to the existing course. It'll kind of work hand in hand with it. So when you sign up for one, you'll get access to the other, and then that first little free part that's available now will actually become something that you can pay for. So you can actually just sign up, and it's going to more be the one that teaches you how to learn about making money. The thing that Sean's part of, and Kareem, and a bunch of my other guys that are in here, Marine Customs pops in here all the time, what they signed up for and what I was building then was more about just learning how to do the custom work itself. So for example, the stuff that I've been building and getting ready to kind of dump into that part is going to be more stuff like this. So if you look, I've got, oh actually, I'll move the other camera over to show you because this will be cool. But this is a set of Genesis coupe lights, which it seems like a lot of guys that want to know this stuff are hardcore into Genesis coupes. Damn, that was crazy. That turn signal was just going nuts. So let's do this. Let's move this little guy right over there. And then I'm going to go ahead and move it closer so you guys can see more of the workbench. Yeah, buddy. I can even, I think, lighten this up. Yeah? Ooh, check that out. Yeah, buddy. Okay. This is so crazy. I love live streaming. It's super fun. Super fun. So here we go. This is the Genesis coupe lights that I built a while back for our guy Davis. And that is definitely not perfectly focused, so I'm going to jump up and focus it. But that's the same exact animation right there that I put together for Mr. Randy from Eliminate. Can I do that? Is it focusing? Oh, that's out of focus for sure. Yeah, that'll have to be as good as I get it. This is so weird. So yeah, that kind of stuff right there, believe it or not, that is not profitable. It's just a lot of hardcore crazy work, and it's not going to make you a bunch of money. The stuff that's going to make you money is the easy, repeatable stuff. So granted, that's blinding me, and it's cool, and I like it. The stuff that I'm talking about in the free course right now is how to make money. The stuff that the other guys are already part of is much more going to be hardcore stuff like this. And that I really want to just completely drive in the fact of that's not what's going to make you cash, but you'll learn cool stuff. So that's why that course is $500. It's something that I'm just going to be pumping all of my content, all my how-to stuff on the high-end, weird, crazy stuff. That I really think needs to just be, it needs to be something that I'm not putting the vibe out there of like, oh, learn how to do this and you'll like make a ton of cash. This is good for business. That's terrible for business. The way to make money is not to do that. Not to do taillights at all. Forget sequential and everything else. But I'll give you a little sneak peek on something that I'm doing for Randy. So I'm going to show you this because it's a good overhead view. But check this out. This is the back of the S13 coupe taillights. Now, wow, this looks super weird on screen. But if you look at it, there's already LEDs that are in there. And they are ridiculously easy to take a razor blade, make one little slice. Like, to be honest with you, I don't even think I need to take these things out. The other circuit board I took out, I didn't even think I need to. And I probably will, but I can just add wires to the little parts that are in there and honestly just make these things sequential right off the bat. That's the kind of stuff that's going to be in the paid online course. Because I don't think that it's something that is like massively valuable to be putting out hardcore stuff like that on YouTube people aren't going to take. They're not going to take the time to do it anyway. And it's not good for the channel. So if I'm going to put out YouTube content, I'm going to put out content that's good for the channel, right? If you look right now, these streams are not good for the channel at all. Literally, YouTube is just like, they just like halted my growth as far as subscribers and all that stuff. Thing is, I don't think the subscriber numbers matter for me right now where I'm at. I'm definitely not trying to build videos just to get views. What up, Brian Lowe? He just popped in and said hi. But yeah, so I definitely think that the online course is where I need to be pumping all the best valuable information to. It's going to be a paid gig. And you know, like everybody that comes onto that is going to allow me to make more and more content and be full-time at this so I can focus on really good beginner tutorial information for YouTube. And then I'll continuously come up with new digital products that I'm going to make available. So all my Lightsman OGs, those guys are just like grandfathered into all that. So I love when I see them in here. It's super awesome. What up, Kyle Travis? Nice to see you in there. Yeah, so you said that we need more BRZ and FRS videos. Bro, I actually almost had an FRS come in today at 2017. And the idea was that I've already done multiple different headlights for showing how to do the demonize and all that. And I don't know, I just kind of felt like it was time to do some, I don't know, some other platforms. I was actually thinking about doing a projector Civic, like a 2016. So there's a lot of different stuff that I want to do. Marine Custom says, what key fob do you use and link? So I don't have a link right now. But I was actually thinking about doing that live and showing you a couple things. Check this out. This is actually one that I've never really messed with before. Let me kill this because I'm gonna have a seizure over here. Alright. So this is one that it literally just has one dinky little output, but I guess it should work well. You see that? So that's just got power and ground on one side. And then generally what these things want you to do is you take your power wire that comes to the inside to give it power, and then you loop that power wire around to this because it's just a relay. So it's going to give power to the relay on this side. And then when you actually use the remote control and trigger the relay with, you know, the little antenna, then it's going to send power from here to there. And then I believe the way that this is set up is when it's normally closed, then that one's off, and then this third one is normally open. So if power is coming in here and there, or power and ground there, power there, it's automatically coming out. So you can do cool stuff with this. Like for example, the GTR that just left, one of the things, nope, that's just a terrible view. One of the things that the guy requested on the GTR that left was he knew that his parking lights come on automatically with the car. When that car starts, parking lights come on. Cool. That's how it works. Problem is, if you're being a racer and you really want to drive down the street with purple lights glowing and you want your lightning bolts to be purple, but they're white because, you know, they're automatically turning on with the running lights, then you have to have something that will kill power. So you could use something like this little guy, and you can use it to where it gets its power from the parking light, and whenever you push the button on the little key fob, the little remote control, then it's going to take what's normally automatically comes on and it's going to kill power. So you can use something that would normally be used to turn something on to be something that's normally already on and it turns it off. Pretty cool thing. I actually set it up a little bit more complicated than that. I threw a relay in the area where the actual color module's at, the XK Chrome controller. So anytime that it saw power on the RGB lines going to those lightning bolts that were changing it color, it would trigger the relay to kill power to the parking light. And so it was like this instantaneous thing. They might be on in white because he's got the parking light, you know, like automatically turned on in the car, but when he pushes the button to turn on the bolts, it kills the parking light, turns on the color changing, and now you can see them because they're not getting washed out. I don't know why I just explained so much of that right now, because Marine Customs just asked about what I use as the key fob. So this is a single channel, and then I tried this one recently in Sama. I don't really know what the deal is with that. That's the one that I showed for Randy's taillights the other day, and basically, oh, here it is. Basically, it just looks like the other thing, but with 4 times as many parts. So you can program these things. It looks like there's a lot of different stuff. There's a learning button, so you can push it and hold it. I don't think I should do a live stream on that because there's just so many different little things to do. I think I'll do a recorded video, which, as you notice, I haven't been doing a lot of those as I've been building the online course stuff. But it's pretty cool because you can tell one of the switches to be momentary and the other one to be like locking. So when you push the button, it just turns it on. It stays that way. And then, oh yeah, do you hear me moving around? Is that why I said that, Sean? I gotta find out. I've had a couple of people reach out with different mics, saying that, I don't know, they can hook me up some stuff. It's weird. I don't know. I'm trying to make moves, but every time I do one thing, it takes away from me doing the other. And then I've got guys like these ones that have been waiting for me to finish up these side markers, and I just couldn't at all. So yeah, I'm guessing the audio absolutely dies when I walk away. But what I'd like to do is get wireless mics set up so that as I walk around the shop and make videos and all that stuff, I can kind of have that consistent view or that consistent audio, regardless of how close I am to the camera, or in this case, a little mic. So yeah, I don't know what this does. What does that do? Oh, that just opened a website and messed up my view. So never mind. That was crazy. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I had for you guys. If you've got any other questions while you got me, I'm gonna pack up and head home here in a minute for the week. But yeah, I guess it's safe to say that I planned on doing the online course Opening Up Doors again this week, as opposed to just the free course. A lot of you guys have been asking for that, and so I really do want to bring you in to the course, and I really want to pump in all the stuff I've been working on into that for my existing guys like Sean here and Marine Customs, and I know we've got Kareem in here as well, so love when the dudes pop in here, my OGs. But Sean says that he installed an XK glow kit on the bike too. Dope. Sean actually got a bunch of my old bulbs, and so any of you guys that have ordered the old bulbs, do me a favor. If you experience any issues with them flickering, anything like that, take a video of it. Kristen will send you a thing that shows you how to basically destroy them and show evidence of that, and then we'll send you the brand new bulbs. We've got tons of them, and they're super dope. I just installed them last night. Let's see if I don't know if this will come out nice and if you'll care, but I took some pictures on wifey's car. Oh, good. My dude says that his customer, I don't know if it's his customer or his wife, but he's the one that wanted the sequential, and he said that whoever it's for loves it, so that's awesome. Yeah, so we still got that dope light output. I don't know if you can see how well you can see that, but oh yeah, so you can see all this right down here on the bottom is just pumping out tons of light, and that was the main thing that I was into with the old setup, but it's just dumping light onto the ground from the license plate, so it was tight. Nice and bright. And that's with the new switchbacks and the front little corner light. Damn, that looks all blown out on the camera. Okay, enough of my phone show and tell. But OGs for life, man. I just so appreciate you guys that you have been following along and all that. Oh, Sean, that's right. You got the last fit bulbs. Yeah, those ones are perfect. So the idea is I took the look and the chip size and all that are on the last fit bulbs, and even the fact that they're CAN bus, so they can work on anything Ferrari or whatever. And I went and found the brightest version of that I could. So instead of having one little LED on the top and one LED on the side, they've got 4 on each side, 4 on top. And because they have so many more LEDs on there, they can be run less strong on this one. This is my like standard license plate bulb now. And this guy is gonna, you know, ideally it's gonna last years, right? Because it's not being overdriven. It's capable of going way stronger, but it's not being pushed too far. And then we have so this one's gonna have a 6-month warranty, just because I figure if it's gonna go bad in 6 months, for sure we'll cover it. If it's after that, whatever, it's $10 a bulb, it's not that bad. But the one that's the super powerful version of this, that's gonna be based on how often you use it. That's gonna have to do with how long it lasts. So things like a trunk light, it's not always on. Door lights, they're not always on. Dome lights, they're not always on. But license plate, that's always on. You know, like running lights and the side markers and stuff, those are always on. So I would recommend the less powerful one for that, the more powerful one for the things that you don't use constantly. And there's just not going to be a warranty on the new super bright ones. But I mean, obviously, if there was an issue and they were like burning out fast, I would just kill the product line and not be good. I want you guys to have awesome stuff. So, and that's going to be it. Those bulbs are going to float the company. That's what's going to pay for Kristen. It's going to pay for the overhead and the studio space and all that. And then I'm just going to make video for you guys. That's my job. So I'm going to keep it going. Sean, you asked, are they running at 200% like the last fit 744 amber turns I have with overheat safety? They do have overheat safety. And then they actually, all of these particular bulbs are they're benched or like, you know, put through the ringer or whatever, where they run them for an hour in parking light mode, an hour in full brake light mode. So all of these things, before I even get them, have been hardcore QC'd. So that's dope. That just... Last night when I installed the one in my wife's in her Kia, it's a 10-year-old Kia, and when I took the factory bulb out, the socket was kind of melted from like overheating on the stock bulbs from years of use. And I put the new bulb in, and it was working great in running light mode. And then with the running lights off, if you stepped on the brake, it worked great with the brake light. But with running light on and stepping on the brake, it turned off, and I freaked out because I was like, no, I literally have thousands of these bulbs, and if they're not going to work right, that's going to be a problem. And long story short was, I had the wife come out, sit in the car, push on the brake, and she was annoyed, but, you know, I had her sit through it with me. And I did the other side. The other side didn't have damage to the bulb socket. And thank God that's all that it was. The socket was messed up. I pried one little thing. It had a grounding issue. And now her Kia looks dope. I mean, like, not only does it have LED taillights and headlights, switchback, and all that stuff, but now I can throw the brake light module on the back and make her third brake light and both tails flash and annoy people. We're going to get the new timeout feature of the brake flasher, so when you step on the brakes, it'll do the triple flash or 15 flashes, however many you tell it to do, but then it'll have a certain timeout after that where it won't do that triple flash again if you're sitting in traffic, so that it's not constantly doing it. I wasn't impressed by the bulbs. I showed those in one of the last live streams, but some of you guys were. Some people were like, yeah, I want them. So we could definitely do that. What up, South Audio LLC? Oh, it's Mario. What up? That's another OG. What a gangsta. What's happening, sir? And then Matt Hall, woohoo. I'm on the course. Cheers, bud. It looks great. Cool, man. Yeah, work your way through that. I said I was going to have a BRZ or FRS come through, so I was going to make the basically week 2 part of it. Week 1's in there right now. Unfortunately, this week with getting the GTR out of here and getting all the new bulbs in and like just going through everything, I had to seriously I just went to the store and bought tons of these clear bins because all my shelves are filled up with all the individual bins of each type of bulb and all that. So we're locked and loaded. I'm super ready to do it. But South Audio says, I'm back, dude. I'm down, dude. I'm super, super stoked that my guys that have been waiting for me to do all of this stuff are still here, still taking part in things, and they get to see it go crazy. Because now I want to bring, like, 200 dudes in. That's, like, the goal. Get 200 guys in the course by the end of the year. Like, that's a money goal, but more importantly, that's the goal where, like, if you can tell now, we're just posting everybody's stuff. What's up, Wasim? So we've got a lot of the guys that are posting up what they're doing, and we're starting to share it out, and it's super cool. So if you guys are taking action, you're going in the course and you're doing all this stuff, then I mean, send it to me, because all I'm trying to do is get you an audience. I talked about in the last live stream, I even want to really spearhead this whole effort to get different regional groups together and have them all take part and help each other out. So in my experience, if I go out there and I put a bunch of content out there and I say, hey, here's how you do stuff, then I just get people from all over the world that are hitting me up and like trying to take like, hey, I'm trying to do this, and they write me like 8 paragraphs of like their whole life story and what they're trying to do with their car custom lighting. I'm like, cool, I appreciate that, it's nice, I love that you're watching the content and all that stuff, but like I literally just can't get through a day and answer all those things and read all this stuff. But if they had a small group that they were part of and they were exchanging ideas with their buddies, and like, I don't know, they could help each other out as like a little individual hub based on where, I don't know, where they're located at, their country, their part of the country, whatever, that would be super dope. And if they're all specialized in different cars and they can kind of feed off each other and they're trying to make money, then like, that's super dope. You could just be like, oh yeah, that F-150, nah, that's not me. I'm not trying to do F-150s, but my buddy Robbie, he does F-150s, so here's his Instagram, blah, blah, blah. Send them that guy's information and get those two hooked up, and then, you know, it's reciprocal, so that stuff's going to come back, and that's how you're going to be able to focus on one kind of car. You just keep doing it over and over and over again. So I'm preaching. That's what the course is for. You don't need to hear that live. But I don't know. I am pumped on this. I'm pumped on having lots of different video cameras in here and just being able to show you guys what it is that I'm working on. These are 2 things that I made today. So getting to show you this guy versus this guy, and even this little thing, you know, and these things, all the things. That's definitely awesome. I'm enjoying it big time. So if you like the lives, I think how I'm going to keep them alive is going to be, I will do the live streams, and then I'm going to make them private or like unlisted basically. So you'll be able to have access to replays of these things if you jump into the course, and then the course will have links to all the replays. I'm not going to have them available on YouTube because basically most people aren't super into that. They want to get a little information really fast, really condensed, chop those edits. I know I talk fast anyway, so it's not too bad where I'm umming and ahhing a lot, but I know with the edits, it just chops out all of my extra ranting. So hopefully it keeps it a little bit more consumable on the edited video. So lots more of those coming. I just want to make sure that I got a nice, solid bit of feedback from people signing up for the course. So we're over 300 plus dudes that are in the free course. So like I said, if you're not in there now, jump in there. Get part of that online course that's free for right now. So it's basically how to make 10 grand in 5 months. That's the gist of it. So if you're not in there, definitely jump in there. And on all these live videos, like, I'm not even trying to make it about like, hey, let's grow this channel. It's like, nah, YouTube doesn't like me doing the lives, so I'm not tripping on it at all. I'm just trying to be live and get used to this. If you've been watching, like, little by little, I'm just trying to add up all the new little things. Sean mentioned I should do a Bluetooth mic. I should totally do that so I could just walk around and do crazy stuff. That'd be dope. So any other questions before I bounce? And you guys, I do ahead of time just want to tell you, be safe, have a good weekend. It's been some gnarly stuff happening out there in the world. One of the guys on the last live stream said he's got war happening in his country and just crazy stuff. Oof. Man, I feel blessed to be here in Southern California and making videos and stuff for a living. Freaking weird. It's a weird world. 52 Elk. What kind of taillights I can live for an 07 Sierra? I'm going to guess you meant what kind of taillights can you, I don't know, build or buy? I don't know, my man. I think, nope, she doesn't. She has a GMC. I was going to say that Kristen has one of them, but last fit input? Ask again, Mario. What are you asking about last fit? I want to know. Do you realize I never let there be silence on these live streams? I just talk constantly the whole time. It's freaking weird. I'm waiting to get this, but I got friends and fam blowing me up. Live streaming, that's what up, sir. It's so funny. My wife totally did get upset that I was short about the information. yesterday when I was like, babe, I'm live streaming. Didn't want to take forever. Last foot input. How is the pricing quality? The pricing quality on last fits, that's all just the stuff that's on the site. So yeah, Jason just said that I should keep the live feeds on certain days and set times. I will do a weekly YouTube live stream for sure. Right now, I'm 100% not worried about damaging my YouTube growth, and we'll hit 40K and then the skies will open and money will rain down on me. Nah. So right now, just like I encourage all of you guys to do, just learn constantly. Learn, screw up. Like, don't take the online course. Go fail a whole bunch, and you'll learn faster than me teaching you. If you don't want to do that, take the course. But as far as all of this stuff, like, I'm just crash test dummying this. And so I get to do a whole bunch of these things. Next week, I'm sure I'm not going to live stream except for maybe once. So Jason said I should keep the feeds on certain days. I think, what do you guys think about the best day? Since I've got 27 of you in here right now. Of the 27 of you, put in chat what day you would prefer to be able to be free to consume these live streams, and I'll try to pack in as much as I absolutely can. That would help me out. I need to get as much feedback from you guys and listen because I'm making it for you guys. So Chris Mara says, what flashers work on brake and turn signal bulb? As long as it's LED, the flashers, the brake light flasher kits that I carry, they are just standard for LED, so they'll work on everything. People have been trying to buy them on the site, and we actually we make it impossible to buy if you answer the question that your brake lights are not LED. It basically says that it's out of stock. You can't buy the brake flasher if you select that your brake lights are not LED bulbs or factory LED. And people keep trying to buy them and be like, when's that going to be back in stock? It's like, it's just to prevent you from breaking the flasher, because if you install it and you got halogen bulbs, it fries the flasher. It's just not made for that wattage output. So, all right, we got Rebirth Soul says Wednesday. Terrazoid says Friday. Daniel says Hump Day. Another Wednesday. We got Tuesday. You guys are freaking all over the place. I don't think it matters, does it? Wednesday or Friday, that seems to be... All right, new question, because it's about half and half. I'll do probably next week both days, and we'll see how many people show up for each one. I'll try to do them the same amount of time. I try to do live streams for about an hour. Today I was just having, I don't know, I was trying to set stuff up, and I was trying to do different things that weren't necessarily working. So it took a little longer to get started, and I'm already late getting home. So I'm going to get in trouble for you guys, because I love hanging out. But, yeah, we'll take a look. But if you could guess, what day, if I said either Wednesday or Friday, what day would be better? Because I will say this, I just like to talk too much. So when I live stream on YouTube, I will chat like crazy. I might make it exclusive to people that are in the group. So you can, and a lot of the courses or like groups that I'm part of online that are like business groups, that's how they work it. So the channel doesn't necessarily do the live stream like for everybody, but I don't know, we'll see about that, because I might start live streaming on the Lightsman YouTube thing. Yeah, that'll be tight. But anyway, looks like Wednesday's coming in nice and heavy, so I'll do both next week like I said, and I'll just see what you guys actually, what you tell me by your action. If you show up and hang out, and that's how we'll do it. Point to Point Transportation LLC, what up? We'll do it. So, Racing Stanger day, he says, this is what I'm going to do every day. I am going to live stream every day. Every weekday I'm going to live stream. But I'm not going to interact. I'm just going to work. So I'm going to get as many cameras as I can afford to, which as soon as I open the doors of the course, I expect at least a couple grand to come in that can go right back into the business. I always pump all the money that I make from the YouTube media stuff back into the business. And so I'm going to do that same thing and make sure I got this place kind of outfitted with some cool stuff. Nothing fancy, but basically just stuff to help show. So if I know I'm going to be working over there, I'll have a camera over there. And if I need one right here, then I'll do it right here. So I'm going to get multiple cameras set up, and then I'm just going to be doing like 3-4 hour live streams on Twitch. And that'll be dope because you'll just kind of get to be a fly on the wall at FlyRyde. That'll be cool. So But meanwhile, we'll definitely keep these guys rolling. So, all right. I think a 5-minute alert would be helpful too. Good advice, Kareem. Good advice. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. I'm just, probably next week as well. I'll just keep testing stuff out, just seeing what seems to work. Flies at FlyRyde, telling you. I used to sell carbon fiber hatches because back in the day I tried to do everything, so it was all carbon fiber body parts. And I remember multiple people got a carbon fiber hatch for their Tiburon, and they had a fly in it in the clear coat. I was like, "This is FlyRyde." Multi-camera with OBS Studio to switch between cameras. I mean, I don't know how that's different, but we'll do it. What about a 360 camera? Ooh, that'd be crazy. I think it'd be kind of gimmicky though. Any other ideas while we're on the subject of things I should do? Because I'm interested. I know I didn't work today on this one, but remote camera. There's a lot of stuff I can do. I just don't have any money to buy it. You know how much money I've spent this year on camera equipment and lenses and like oh my god, so many things. Steve Robinson says, didn't know you did Tiburon stuff. My first car was a 99 RD1. My name was Black Tibbs on HyundaiPerformance.com back in the day. And my OG homie Random was like the HyundaiAftermarket.org god. Connor, you're funny. Thank you, sir. Connor just bought me lunch for the second day in a row. I had a guy randomly stop in here today on his way to Coachella, and he just randomly found, like, he doesn't know anything about FlyRyde or anything like that, but he just dropped in and needed me to make him like these little extensions for some RGB thing. So I wired him up, and he gave me $20. It was like I probably spent way too much time helping this kid out, but I'm excited for him to kind of see some of the content and be like, whoa, that's crazy. I didn't know that was that guy. What he's doing. I hope he stops back by. Interesting dude. Super weird when people give me money randomly, but I like it. I'm into it. Sean Thompson says, I second Psych Design, and Psych Design says you can put LEDs on anything. These guys are right. And Steve Robinson, man, that RD1, how I got into all this stuff was I did an automatic to manual swap on an RD1. Oh, that's cool. So one of my cameras just pieced out, but it doesn't matter because I'm using this one. I mean that one. So, yeah. The Hyundais, that's what got me into all this stuff, so definitely crazy. So what time on Wednesday should I do this? Now there's 33 of you watching. Maybe I should just keep going all night. I could seriously live stream for 7 hours straight, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just set up all the cameras and I'll just work on Wednesday or something, and we'll just see what happens. We'll just live stream for freaking hours. It'll be super fun. I kind of got really annoyed with the music in the background on the last live stream. Not to mention the freaking computer shut off and died. It's actually charging right now, and it's losing power because it's an i5 2012 MacBook Pro 15-inch, and it is putting everything it's got into this OBS stuff right now. Yeah, Miss FlyRyde's going to kick my ass for sure. She's way scarier than the people that threaten refunds and all that stuff. She, like, follows through. She's got to deal with me. You know how difficult that is to deal with me every day? Whew. That's pretty crazy stuff. Point to Point says, I have a 1996 STS. Dude, I love that. My dad used to take me to school in that car. Legit, 96. How old did that make me? I guess I was 12. Maybe it wasn't a 96. I think it was a 94. Because I was in 4th grade. Yeah, it was a 94. So sad when Dad got rid of the Cadillacs. But, yeah, you want to mod the headlights and taillights? This is what you should do. Don't mod them custom. Just put cool LED bulbs in them. Promise. You can do cool stuff with wiring that doesn't involve customizing the actual lights. It's just not worth it to pump $1,000. I mean, I charge people crazy money to modify lights. And in general, if somebody hits me up with like a 99 Civic, I'm legitimately going to feel terrible taking their money for something that they don't need. So I usually tell them to just do something mellow, and they'll be happy with it. Because why would I build them lights that are worth more than their car, right? And why should they spend that much money for anybody to build them lights more than their car? So, yeah, I mean, if you got a second set to tinker on, that's So that's Psych Design telling point to point to get a second set to tinker on. Yeah, I totally can. I'm gonna actually sell all of my stuff. So all of my old gear, I'm gonna make available to you guys and just sell it off for cheap. All the bezels, all those things. If you do one kind of car over and over again, you should have spare parts, like internals. So, for example, I got a whole desk full of GTR bezels right there. Each one of those bezels is the equivalent of a customer I just sold a set of factory lights to last night for $2,900, right? He paid $2,900 for stock lights. He was thanking me for it because the dealer wanted 5 Gs. So, imagine if I only had the option to go to a dealer and pay $2,500 because I broke a bezel. That means that each bezel is worth $2,500. So if you have spare parts, it's dope because you can actually prep the parts ahead of time on your time when it's convenient for you to work, have them painted, good to go. And if you have a customer that hits you up and they're like, yo, I want to get these things, but I need to have them done the same day. Now you're not painting and installing painted parts in the same day. Paint the parts one day, install them the day that the customer shows up, open up their lights, gut their stock, put the painted part in there, seal him up, send him on his way, make $300-400. Wow, do it again every weekend. Make 10 grand in 5 months. That's the mini course in a nutshell. American made mechanic. Question I had for you the other day: what sealer do you use on headlights that's affordable, UV protected, and lasts for a while? Sealant that's affordable and UV protected? I don't know about sealant that's UV protected. Rubber butyl is your way to go. You said what sealer? I'm sorry, my bad. I read stupid. Sealer, I don't use sealer. I just use some crappy stuff that takes, it's called headlight sealer, but it's just greasy crap that gets butyl off of the lenses. I just would absolutely say if you need something that's dope, that is a clear coat, keep everything. I know there's ceramic coating and stuff like that. I don't know about all that stuff. That's really not my bag. But I send things to pro painters to shoot a nice UV clear coat. That's the way to go. Protects it all day. Yeah, Psych Design says do a full day streaming and see how you like it. I would like it. I don't know if anybody else would like it. I'm literally supposed to be going home right now, but I'm enjoying this and I'm staying. And I'm selfish, so I like to do things that I like. Connor says, how would you start going about retrofitting projectors in a housing? I would first get the easiest to install projectors possible until you're like a big badass that knows all the things. Don't be that guy. It just takes too long. It's not as beneficial as just buying. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna say it. Like, buy some $35 HIDs, buy a $20 or $30 or $40 set of projectors on eBay somewhere damn cheap, and just get a spare set of lights, put them in there, see how you like them. They're gonna be 10 times better than your stock lights. And if you want to get fancy and drop $800 on the best projector and the best D2S, top of the line $200 bulbs and igniters and ballasts and all that stuff, like, I don't know. I think being fancy is so stupid. It's generally for other people. It's not almost ever for you. So, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Sean Thompson, send me stock Genesis lights, Chris. Do it now. I want them. I know you do, man. I got a whole room full of that stuff. So, oh god, my nose itches like crazy. But I'm gonna sell all my bezels. I got mad Corvette bezels. I got mad Genesis coupe stuff. I've got some Aston Martin stuff because everyone's doing those. And I actually do have lots of GTR stuff that I'm gonna get rid of. Tons of things. I don't want stuff anymore. I want to just blast it all out there, turn it into something awesome for other people. Yeah, so American Made Mechanic says on the outside of the lens. Yeah, so that's the stuff that you would, in general, if you... Oh, so there's a dude that actually was watching. I don't know if he's in here, but he has a barely started YouTube channel, like 17 subscribers, and he commented on one of my videos. I looked at his channel. He did a dope restore video showing a how-to. I'm going to link up to that, and I would appreciate it if as many of you guys as will jump on my community tab, keep an eye out for that. He shows a really good restore video, so I want to plug him on there. Let's get, 50 subscribers on his channel or whatever. Like, I want you guys to all do your own channels if you're going to grow a lighting business. And I told him, he had a video where he was boxing up a Lamborghini back bumper. Like, maybe he thought it would be cool because it's Lamborghini, and it's like he's doing something that's hard to do. He's making a custom box for a bumper. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares. I've done so many custom boxes. I wish people cared, but they don't. So I told him, take that video off your YouTube channel, make it all about lights only. He did that. He took action, and I want to hook him up and send him, 3-4 times the subscribers that he has right now, so that he feels like energized about it and keeps doing it, because he made a great, helpful video, and the value is where it's at. Make videos that help people, and if not, then don't make videos. Don't make it all about you, Connor says, ooh, I'm going to have to check it out after the stream then. Thanks. That was at Sean. Connor, the course actually has a segment on projector retrofit. Yeah, so that's another thing, like Sean just said, the projector retrofit. I have a ton of them. Matter of fact, I got a set of lights right there, and the guy's going to show up and kill me if I don't ship them. But I made a huge thing about how to do a dual projector retrofit on Genesis Coupe lights. I built them, finished them, they're amazing, and then I just didn't ship them. They're just sitting there looking at me right now, guilting me into doing things that I should have done already. So I want all the custom taillight stuff, all of the sequential stuff, all the projector retrofit, the things that are hardcore. They all need to live on the paid course, because they're just like when I do those videos, it's just like the free course. I'm just doing them without music. I'm not entertaining you. I'm making it fast and easy for me to upload the value. And like if it took me 40 minutes of working on the lights because of how many stupid little adjustments there were, I don't care if you're bored for 40 minutes. Like, I don't know, fast forward it. Like, that's what it's for, is like to show you. Like, the YouTube videos make it look like I'm a magician, because it's like, okay, here I have this, and then like time lapse, and now I have this. But you didn't see that halfway through that time lapse, I realized I screwed up and I had to go fix something and put this thing and spend 15 minutes looking for the right size washer, and then test fitting, and then dropping and screaming and cussing. You don't see that. You just see done, and it's like, oh yeah, Chris is amazing at lights. Like, I mean, I try, but I'm not as good as the guy on YouTube is, that's for sure. So, online course, I just show you. That's the point. All right, let's see. Poggy, what up? Where you purchased the LED board? What LED board, dude? Steve Robinson, 2K clear coat is the best. If you have that in Rattlecan, yeah, that's what a lot of people use, is the 2K clear. The dude in the video that I mentioned, I believe he shot it with a legit gun. I do think he did. I'm not sure. I totally forgot already. Kyle Travis, is the Ghost sequential module still what you recommend, or is there anything new in regards to the same type of customization? I will always say Ghost is the best, because Ghost is the best, and I love those guys. And I previously, years ago, had custom sequencers built, and they were nowhere near as freaking amazing as Ghost. They were BS compared to Ghost. Ghost is dope. I also know I got in trouble from my buddy Jin. Not in trouble, but he was like begging me, don't post up stuff that shows your pricing. Don't give out confidential information. He's like mad worried about it. And here's my thought. I think dude's gonna do way better if he's just focused on kicking ass and making awesome parts, and not worried about all the things like dealers. Like, what's a dealer do for you? A dealer just takes a little piece of the action, and then they middleman it. I told Jen, I said, the internet is the middleman. Watch some Gary Vee, bro. The internet is the middleman. You don't need a bunch of guys. Like, my family has a furniture business, and their dealers own them. And I'm like, screw those guys sitting in their, all fat, sitting back, smoking their, that's how I see them. Sitting back, smoking a cigar, be like, oh, yeah, well, I got to get my dealer cut, blah, 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 because I'm going to sit here and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why aren't you guys running Facebook ads and just selling furniture direct to people that want to buy furniture? Who wants to go to a store and talk to the guy that smells like a cigar, right? Who wants to sell all of these different little LED parts that have 8 million questions attached every time you sell it to somebody, and you make $6? Like, that's pretty stupid. I say everybody, if they're worth a damn, should have a product that just sells like crazy. You don't deal with a bunch of dealers. Make your profit, be good at what you do. What do you guys think about that? Psych Design, I'm just tinkering, so I've grabbed a bunch of projectors from my local pick and pull. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. If you really want to go in there and try the hardcore retrofit, that's the old school approach. I will say this. If you spend the $30 on the cheapy projectors, like I've got some that I'll probably blow out too, they're threaded. They're made for retrofitting. They're not like taking a part out of one car and putting it in another car that it wasn't made for. This is like you're actually doing a custom retrofit. So if you're doing a custom retrofit and you're using parts designed for custom retrofitting, you're gonna have a much easier time. And then there's shrouds that just fit on there. Shrouds is like the big thing. It's like if you want to have your option, if you pick one projector and it's got 4 little holes, and then the shroud just fits over and it's got all different designs. You can get some that you can put LEDs in. You can get some that just look like the mini Gatling gun shroud or the Orbit. I don't know. There's a bunch of stupid names for shrouds, but it's cool because one retrofit can look a ton of different ways. And so I don't recommend retrofitting to make money, but if you're going to, and I don't recommend it, I'll just keep saying that, go there if you want to learn about making money. But the retrofit that you could do the same job over and over and over again, but with different shrouds, would just look super dope. Lightspin shirts, I never pulled the trigger on. I still have a box of these guys, so I'll do a little giveaway with some lanyards and shirts and stuff like that coming up now, since I'm going to be promoting hardcore at the bulbs. I'll do a lot of influencer collaboration stuff too coming up, so that'll be tight. And I don't know, come up with some kind of contests and stuff like that. Rebirth Soul says L-wire versus RGB strips. L-wire is just 20 years old, bro. Don't do that. I just don't recommend it. Yeah, Sean Thompson's, oh, don't use L-wire. We're all like, oh, emoji face palm. Luciano says, got anything for a Genesis coupe? That's pretty funny, dude. That's actually hilarious, because that is a Genesis coupe taillight, right? Yeah. Let's see if I get the other animation. There we go. It's doing cool things for a Genesis coupe. Oh yeah. So Genesis coupe stuff was actually where I really started going heavy with doing real custom lights. So it was a 2009 Genesis coupe. I did a quad bi-xenon retrofit. So that's 2 pairs of bi-xenon high-low beam projectors. It's tight. Kyle Travis says, "Okay, cool. Going to order 2 more for my headlight. Use 2 Ghost for my taillights, and yeah, pretty sick." Yeah, I would definitely say that the taillights, you should have one minimum of 1 sequencer per taillight. Only like over-the-top stuff really needs more than that. Sean says, "OGs need swag." They definitely do. Psych design. Yeah, I picked up quad rod shrouds, some bi-xenon projectors. I think I'm going to be using, looking at like old school hot rodding. That's tight. I just think that it should be, I think it should be like all kinds of cars should have crazy custom lights on them. And I hate that old white guys have this like hold on certain things that are like, oh, it has to be done this way. I'm like, hell no. Like wouldn't it be dope just to see some like LS swapped old school like hot rod style cars with like crazy modern technology, LED everything, and badass lighting and all that? Like, oh, that sounds way cooler to me. So yeah, Luciano, I was the Genesis coupe man for a lot of years, so definitely check out some of those old videos. That was like all my old videos were all Genesis coupe. Now people are like, all you make is GTR stuff. I'm like, that just what pays my mortgage and feeds my kids. Now I want the online course to be that, what feeds us. So when the online course feeds us, then I will make it about your Integra or whatever. Boggy says, is there any way you can guide me to rebuild my headlight and taillight for 2014 Ford Explorer? So someone like you would be much better off finding a guy who has ever made a single video about a Ford Explorer, because that's not me. Not to mention that coming up now, I really got to protect all this stuff. So even if I'm doing an all-day live stream, or I'm doing this stuff with OBS and I'm doing multiple cameras and I'm acting like I have time, I have no time. I have people threatening me left and right. I'm also investing in my future right now, which is in business and content creation, online video marketing. It has nothing to do with FlyRyde, but I'm learning it through FlyRyde. So it's a means to an end. So where unfortunately I don't even have time to talk on the phone, because everybody wants a piece when you start saying, hey, I'm available for whatever, and people generally will take without any worry about like, well, am I taking too much of this dude's time or whatever. So Rebirth Soul, thank you, you're awesome, man. So yeah, I think I'm going to make myself available, and it's going to be basically $100 an hour is like my rate for building anyway. So I'm going to make that split down into like, I guess like you could charge as little as by the minute. I was accepted into a program called Experty, and you can basically schedule calls, and then you can have me for a certain amount of time. I am going to give an hour-long phone talk like I did with the OGs as well. DJ Boom showed up. What time is it where you're at, DJ Boom? But I am going to make an hour available for the guys that signed up for the course this month. And I haven't even opened it, and I've been saying that. I'm trying. I just don't want to open it up and have it be no different than it has been. I really want to put all the new stuff in there, and I'm trying to pump that in there. I was dying with this whole process over the last month of getting these LED bulbs in. Now they're here. The stupid GTR is gone. I'm getting new GTR jobs like DJ Boom's done. We watched that yesterday, 2 days ago. I made a bunch of progress on other GTR old existing orders today, and I don't know. I'm making progress. I feel good about it, but it is damn exhausting to try to keep up with everybody that wants updates and that wants new stuff. Yeah, 2:45. My boy DJ Boom coming in the middle of the night. Just decided to wake up and watch a live stream. So just so you know, DJ Boom, we've got Wednesday and Friday next week. Guys want me to live stream. I'm only going to do those days instead of like every day. But I'll probably do a super long one on Wednesday. As a matter of fact, let's just say that. Wednesday will be the long one. I'll just live stream all damn day. I'll try to go for an hour on Friday. I'm about an hour now. So let's wrap it up so I can get home and get in trouble. My Mrs. FlyRyde. Yeah, buddy. And I just like that I can do things like that. American-made mechanic. Do you have any BMW custom lights stories? Yeah, they freaking suck. These cars are so damn intelligent. Brian Machida. If you look on, I have a Facebook profile, Chris Darafiv, and if you look on, yeah, no music today, DJ Boom. I'm trying different stuff. Ooh, you missed the cool camera angle. I have another camera angle right there. Actually, turn it on just for you, because I love you. I'll even put on my autofocus. This is what happens when I have autofocus on, though. See these little bars, right? Oh, I guess I can't point to it. How can I do that? Where's my hand? Right there. That thing. It's not going to go away. There's like some special software to make that happen, but if I don't have it on fixed position, then it will not go away. Anyway, so I'm playing with more stuff every day, trying to make it better. So no music today, just learning more and more. I swear I had a point. BMW stories. I did a crazy BMW. I actually, if you research me, you'll find some dirt online. I'm going to talk a lot about this in the future. This is kind of my 8-mile talk crap about yourself to take the sting away from anybody else trying to do it. Research my name, and there's a guy that had a BMW. I found pictures of it the other day. It was a dope build. Guy was such a dick. He was such a scared little dick. God, I probably shouldn't say stuff like that, but it's so true. He did not want to put in load resistors. Load resistors are what are needed in a BMW. So talking about a story about BMWs, if you change from a halogen bulb to an HID setup, and the BMW knows that it expects a certain amount of wattage to be coming out of those halogen bulbs, which is generally a lot because halogen bulbs suck. When you change the low beam to be like HID or something else, you run it through a wire harness properly, you need to put something in that simulates the load of that original halogen bulb. That's what a load resistor does. When you change your turn signals from halogen or incandescent to LED, your car is like, oh shit, it's not, yeah, I can't cuss either. Yo dang, there's no bulb in there because the wattage coming from that bulb is not pulling out the amount of power that the car thinks that it should be. So it assumes that the bulb is dead and it hyper flashes and lets you know, hey, on this side, bulb's out or something's wrong. So on a BMW, it doesn't hyper flash because it's a low beam, it just kills power. So long story short is dude that had me build $1,400 custom lights. So the labor was $1,400, paint, parts, all that. Most of that was parts because he wanted to go absolutely nuts. Money's no problem, blah, blah, blah. He was afraid when I didn't have the load resistor and I gave him the link, sent him everything. He actually was afraid to put in a load resistor, which is just power and ground to 2 wires and then done. Like no custom work, nothing. And so he said the lights didn't work. He took me to court. He told a judge that I screwed him and built him lights that don't work, even though the lights worked great. They were awesome. I worked on that damn car for so long. It was crazy. But over an $8 part. The judge looked at him and was like, you're definitely tripping on what you're trying to get out of this guy. But he said that he had to buy new lights. It cost him $600. Judge told me, give the guy $600. That's my BMW story. Guess how many BMWs I want to work on? Like, I'm going to have to get over myself and do it, but I don't want to. Not really. DJ Boom, I'm glad you like that view. It's just weird with the little tabbies. Oh, here's actually a better view now of the taillights you can see. Ooh, that one's dope. This one, it actually bounces back and forth. So every time you see it pulse, in person it actually pulses nice and crispy. It's kind of hard for the camera to pick up on it. But when it pulses on this side, where's my hand? Yeah, when that one pulses, the other light does not. And so it bounces back and forth, and it actually picks up speed. So that was cool. Somebody else actually suggested recently that I need to make all of the custom animation files available. I'm going to do that only for a membership group. And I think I'll start it where I don't charge. I'll charge later. I'm not trying to like squeeze every ounce of money out of everybody that I can, but I do want to eat. So there's that. Let's see. TJ Boom says those are shiny. Grayson says, any horror stories with Alexis? No, only good stories. You know, I've done a lot of Lexuses. They're not hard. It's basically just a Toyota. You know, same thing. Working on an Infiniti. It's just a Nissan. Same deal. Nissan 350Z, Nissan GTR. They're all the same. They're very, very similar cars. New cars are what's scary. Teslas and this, that, and the other. But I got guys that are doing all sorts of awesome Tesla stuff too. So that's it. Psych says, feeding the mind and body. Sorry, but tagging you in an IG story. Tag me on everything, guys. Like, that's why I keep posting that. Being like, tag me in the stuff. I love that I have a one push post. I don't have to use these things. It's cool. So Jason says, just out of curiosity, how many people work at FlyRyde building custom? Nobody. Just me. Kristen does all the stuff. I build the lights for customers that have already paid, but I don't take on new stuff. And then I very rarely accept new jobs, which sounds pretentious, and I'm sorry for that. It's not that I'm too cool. I just can't afford to take custom lighting jobs on. I won't build my video career if that's what I'm doing. Too hardcore. So yeah, Jack's gone. He was with me for almost 3 years, and things are so much better now. It's just good. He wasn't happy. I'm glad. I hope him the best, and I'm so happy with Kristen, and she's happy, and things are good. She took basically the day off because her kid had to go to the dentist, and I'm down with that because that's like some real life stuff. If she didn't show up just because she didn't want to, that would be like how it was with Jack, so that wasn't good. So yeah, employing builders is not good. Anthony, I am gonna be bringing in interns, so anybody that's local, I will be doing unpaid internship, meaning I don't charge you to hang out because I have to. Like, it's a reasonable thing. I have to protect the time that's being spent. So if I'm training you and spending all this time, and then I'm charging for an online course where you learn similar stuff like that, like, how does that make any sense, right? I'm not going to train somebody in person and give them that one-on-one time and not charge them thousands of dollars for it, because that's the trade-off. Like, I can't get thousands of dollars worth of stuff done. I can't finish DJ Boom's headlights because I'm trying to train a dude how to do a retrofit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Having employees that build custom lights is a terrible business plan. Don't do that. Don't be the employee. Don't be the employer. That's just not a good thing. Do it for yourself and you're good. Especially if you have experience, brother, I don't want you. And that's not a personal slam or anything. You've got a bunch of bad habits and mindsets that I wouldn't want to have to undo. For the same reason that I don't take somebody's custom headlights that have already been modified and then they have an issue and then I have to fix them. I just have never done that. blank canvases, young, hungry people. That's people that want to learn about social media and all that. I'm all about it. I don't want a guy that thinks he knows things. And dude, you could be an amazing builder, and I hope you are, and all power to you. In my experience, people that say that they already know a lot. I hired a video guy 2 years ago. Holy God, this guy was a sociopath. I don't even want to talk about him. I couldn't tell him anything that I wanted because he'd tell me what was better than that. Oh, wow. That's not anything I'm prepared to handle. So, Rebirth Soul starting to sound like a network admin. Man, I just want to be free, man. He made it. Corey McDonald made it in the last second that I'm still here because I'm going to bounce. Guys, sit tight. Sit tight. Here, tell you what. I'll give you an intermission thing because I need to show you something from this man, Corey McDonald. It's his fault that I've walked away. 1 sec. Jesus. All right. Look how big these freaking lights are. Whoa. Want to see what happens in shipping? I literally just took these out of the box. This is what happens when you ship stuff. Shop. Look at that ring. This is why I don't want you guys to ship things if you do custom work. Because things happen in shipping. And then you get all upset. Now, the good news, my dude, is nothing has come into contact with the lens. So when I open these things up, I'm gonna have to be very careful. Because this box was enormous. It was huge. So big. No, like here, so here's the thing. Corey just said they must not have packed them super well. TJ Boom, you've given me enough money, sir. Get out of here. I love you. Thank you. Let's help him with the streaming PC. Yes! Well, how I need to do that is I just need to have somebody local. If you guys know of anybody in Southern California that you think would be down to get a legit, nice, you know, well done, color changing demon eye / angel eye, whatever, headlight build, it's going to be like $700 to $900. That's what is going to buy that streaming PC. Specifically, and it's going to be week 2 of the free online course, so I definitely do want to get that guy lined up. I just don't want to, you know, like, I don't know, have it not be the right fit. So it's not just anybody, it's got to be the right guy. Anyway, Corey McDonald, those are his Hyundai Veloster lights. He shipped them to me. He shipped them and they were protected. They were in the biggest box in the whole shop. They were massively wrapped up. So I don't ask like influencer guys for favors. I try not to. I ask them if I can do them a favor, and not because like I don't want the help. Like, I'd love the help, but I'm happy if I get a freaking text back from TJ, let alone like he goes way out of his way. He's a busy guy. He's, you know, he's got bigger fish to fry than some FlyRyde lights, and I don't say that because I put myself down. I'm just like, that's literally the case. You know, there's big things happening, so I'm all about it. But yeah, I think when it comes to shipping lights, like as I just showed you, Corey and me, just for the first time, the guy who owns the lights and the guy who's going to build the lights, just found out that this huge ass box has rattling parts around in it, and I could tell they were packed well. They were packed great. Shipping stuff sucks because things can happen. So imagine if those were super customized lights, I shipped them off to a customer and they showed up all rattly. That would be the bad. That would be the bad stuff. So I try to stay local, do local stuff. And here I am talking about that, and I got DJ Boom on the other side of the planet, and he just helped me pay for my streaming PC. And I'm going to build him amazing lights, and I'm going to ship them, and they're not going to be damaged because I've shipped those lights to Dubai and to Germany and Switzerland and all over the place, and we're good. So it depends on what type of light, depends on how they're put together, how many moving parts, how many things can go bad and break. In the case of things like this, you got a big heavy shroud. That thing just straight came off. So Poggy says, I can help you on your PC. All I'm going to do is a very standard non-gaming streaming setup with the Ryzen 5 2600. PCU is pretty much all I need for the strength of it, and yeah, it's going to be maybe a $450 in parts and $100 for assembly and all that, and it's going to be awesome. So I think it just needs, I want it to be quiet because this computer's freaking out loud. That computer's freaking out loud, and they're both old. This is 2012, and this one down there is like a 2010 or something. So I don't have new stuff. I'm not fancy. I'd like to be. I hate to say it, but Anthony says, if you can share what went wrong with the Focus RS lights you made. Oh, I showed it in the video. It was just, to pry them open was the worst idea ever. Messing with that permaseal. Same thing with the Lamborghini lights that I did. They're very difficult to get into. And the Lamborghinis were way easier than the Focus lights. So I recommend on mini lights, regardless of what people, even Mustangs, lots of lights that are out there, people say you should pry into them. And I say those people are not giving you the best advice. They're giving you what they do, but they're telling you advice based on no concern for time. And I think time is the only thing that matters. Time is the biggest thing. So TJ Boom says, hopefully my build gets here safely though. Yeah, so they will be safe for sure, like I said. But yeah, the time involved to cut open a light with an ultrasonic cutter, if it's a high-end cutter, is going to be great because you can basically just slice them open and get a perfect nice cut. There's no debris, nothing that falls inside that you have to clean up. Not like a Dremel saw where it just flicks stuff everywhere. You don't want that. But if you're slicing into it with an ultrasonic cutter, you get them open in minutes, right? And the guys for the Mustang, I saw some advice the other day saying, oh yeah, it's easy. It's so easy. All you do is heat them up for 25 minutes, and then you poke the flathead screwdriver, and then you pry the thing the other way, and then you shove the driver in there, and then you work for about 3 minutes on them, and then you heat them up again for 25 minutes. And just do that a few times per light. Damn! Really? I want to be done with the job by the time dude opened up the lights. So yeah, I don't recommend that. Especially if you've got a cutter that you paid $1,500 for. You slice those things open, you charge that dude a bunch of money for that. And especially if you're able to do that quickly because you've paid a lot of money for a tool and the upkeep and the new little replacement parts for it, like charge crazy. All the people care about is the result, not the price. Doesn't matter nearly as much as the result. So deliver a dope result and you can charge what you want to charge. Psych Design, opening my lights is easy, bake and pull. That's why I did that Kia Sorento on the how-to, the online course thing, because I mean that's what you should do it on. Like I say, everybody should do imports unless you can find a Euro that's sealed with butyl, but like learn on imports. It's freaking wonderful. Don't do a Mustang or your buddy's Scat Pack or his Dodge Demon or some cool thing that's the worst thing in the world to work on. Guy in the next city over says he's got a 2018 Camaro and it looks all dope and he wanted to bring it over so that he'd let me work on it. And I'm like, wow, no, I definitely don't want to work on a really hard to work on car. He could be the coolest guy in the world. I still don't want to work on a hard to work on car. I don't want to wrench on anybody's car. Sometimes it helps and it's good for the business to do it, but I'd rather not. Psych Design, Euro sealed with butyl, VW MK4s. Really? Good to know. That also needs to be a much widely more shared thing. So I want to build a very free, community-wide, community-driven and updated, like Wikipedia-style database of every angel eye that fits every single thing, every light that's sealed with butyl. There's a website called HID Planet that's stupid to go to because everything's archaic and hidden and buried under ego and power users. Like, God, the forums. The guys that are like popular on the forums, it's like high school. It's really sad. I've known way too many people that thought that they were like a big deal. They're a big deal because they're active on a forum. I'm like, you sit all day long on a computer typing on a website and that makes you a big deal. Cool story, bud. Yeah, so I think if it's just a very easy to access community driven thing, maybe an app, I don't know. We'll figure it out together. Anthony says, great, thanks. Luckily, I did some aftermarket focus lights, so it was easy, but I'm interested in doing the stock lights. Yeah, so I actually opened up a set of aftermarket lights to get the clear corner out of them and then put them in the factory RS projector headlights that were not easy to open. And like, oof, that guy hates my guts. His name's Chris. He actually has a GTR too. He was the nicest guy ever, but I know he secretly hates me because I took forever. I didn't even charge him. I just took forever and made a video. Psych Design, I can sit through the local poll and put in as much info as I can whenever I go. That's tight. Yeah, so, well, you guys, I gotta go pick up my boy. So, unlike the Miss FlyRyde that's gonna be scary, he'll just be like, why don't you love me, Daddy? Why didn't you pick me up? So, I should probably get on it. So, what all just for, yeah. What, all that just for corner reflectors? Dude, it was the worst situation in my life. I made no money. I lost thousands of dollars of time, so it was terrible. This was fun. I'm actually glad. That's why I literally just spent an hour after I was supposed to go hanging out. So, Connor, thank you again for the super chats. Who else gave me a super chat that was awesome besides my boy DJ Boom? I love you, sir. And Rebirth Soul. Thank you guys for the super chats. Freaking awesome. I'm going to go home and tell the lady that I'm a bad man, and she'll be like, yeah, no kidding. All right, you guys take care. I'm gonna push this button and it's gonna kill the stream, and it chops it off early, so I'm gonna push it after I stop talking. Have a good weekend, be safe. You guys keep watching on the live streams, and I'll keep making them. Talk later.